Hi, Claire. Thank you for inviting me in Zoom today in the absence of me being able to get into the studio. Really looking forward to hearing a bit about yourself and your practice, if that's okay.
Yeah, so I am a visual artist and photographer, and I work between Dublin and Belfast. I'm currently living in Belfast at the moment and finishing an MFA in photography in Ulster University. I'll finish in May. So my practice kind of finds its concern in the tactile nature of the photographic image. I always seek to emphasize the materiality of the photograph, and I'm interested in exploring themes of memory, trauma, and my own personal struggles with mental illness. My practice is deeply private, actually. I'm really interested in the repression and suppression of memory as a result of emotional trauma. And more recently, I've been looking a lot into revisiting the family archive in an attempt to establish my sense of self in the face of such experiences. Visually, I typically always take the photographic image away from its original form in an attempt to tease out such difficult topics.
Okay, yeah, because in your work, you go beyond it being the image or the flat photographic image, and it takes on these other forms. Can you tell me more about how you came to that and where you're going forward with it?
Yeah, so I studied for my undergraduate photography degree in IADT in Dublin, and my graduate work was made as a result of a time when I received treatment for mental health problems in the Tala Adult Mental Health Centre. And my approach to that, at that time, all I could think to do was revisit the place and make photographs there. And I felt really frustrated with photography because it wasn't enabling me to express what that time in my life felt like and what that struggle was like. And, for the graduate exhibition, I didn't venture too far away from the straight photograph. I did like little things, like I printed the images on tracing paper and they were stuck to the mount with a little piece of paper tape, just subtle nods at some sense of materiality there. But it wasn't until I started working on a more recent project called Back Into Your Mind, which is about the repression and suppression of memories, where I really started to play with images and work on photographs and with them. So that was a sort of like a sculptural, almost like paper folding origami type process. And I think in terms of, when making work that is so personal, that process of actually having to work through it, not just by making images, but there's an additional like cathartic process. It just feels more satisfying, and it kind of scratches my itch in terms of like purely selfish, to feel better and about these things. But yeah, that's the
Okay,
where my practice is going, I think. Yeah.
Great. Before I can actually get in to see you in the studio and get a sense of what you're working on, is there anywhere I can follow you online?
Yes, so I use Instagram, of course, but actually I really love Instagram. It's probably the best place to keep up with me. I try to post a lot. So it's Clare F. Lyons, F for my middle name, Francis, in there. And then I do also have a website, which is clarelyons.net. Yeah.
Well, Claire, really, thank you for introducing your practice. And I'm really looking forward to the time when we can just get in and do studio visits properly. But
me too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks a million.